It is incredibly windy today. I mean, like crazy, crazy wind. The dust is kicking up and I'm chewing it. I don't need a pack of gum. I got dust to chew on in my mouth.
There's quite a bit of images to see in this video, so be sure to stick around. So I'm out here at Goblin Valley State Park in Utah, and this place is crazy. It's so beautiful. We have these crazy like rock formations, these little hoodoos or goblins, and they're everywhere. This is a very difficult place to photograph because it's very busy. This is my first day. It's extremely windy. That's why I've got one of these K95 masks, because I'm chewing. When I was using my bandana, I was chewing the dust. It's just so fine. We were driving in it earlier and it should have aired down the tires, but we weren't on the trail for very long trying to find camp. Anyways, I'm photographing this thing. I took a masterclass from Joel Grimes, and this is actually in his masterclass. This is the same goblin that he photographed. I spent an hour and a half walking around. I just couldn't find, like I said, this place is busy and it's challenging to try to isolate one of these hoodoos. Yeah, I found this, and so since I saw how he shot it, I'm gonna try to get similar shots, but also have my own like twist on it. I'm lucky because I just found it right before the sun set, and I thought I missed it, but there were clouds blocking the sun, and just the sunlight was just like kissing the top of the rocks, and it was awesome. So I snapped a bunch of shots, got that, and then there's this other one in the background here, and I jumped on top of this one to get a really cool shot of that. So we're gonna see how those turn out, but I'm waiting until, well, there's a lot of clouds right now blocking sunset. Hopefully the clouds go away and then we get some nice warm pink glow on these rocks. This is day one. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay here, probably 2 or 3 days. So tomorrow I'm gonna scope out where I wanna shoot. I'm gonna, hike around and bring my camera and figure out some compositions, and then mark them on my GPS so that I know exactly where to go. That's what I'm doing. It's getting a little chilly out here too, and it's still super windy. So I'm gonna take you around the compositions that I'm looking at when I'm trying to photograph this thing. Let's just jump into it. So how Joel shot it was basically from this angle, walk in a little bit, maybe get a little bit lower to help isolate it from the mountains or the other rocks in the background. So you do something like that, but because we're using a wide angle lens on this little video camera, but also I'm shooting at 16, you get something like that. And that looks pretty good. So that's one way to shoot it. I thought it'd be really interesting to come around to the side here and get in super close and try, let me get this tripod out of the way, and try getting something like that. Maybe the rock in the center, maybe it off to the right a little bit, and then the other angle is coming over to the left-hand side. I didn't exactly want to copy what Joel did, even though that black and white he made was quite incredible. So there's many ways to photograph this rock, and I need to do it my own way, even though they say that great artists steal, which it's a great book. That's those are 3 compositions, or 4. I can't count. It's getting late. I want coffee, but that's not happening anytime soon. So let me show you this other one that I took a photograph of. And like I said, I did get on top of this other rock to get to it, but I'll show you the angles that I was shooting and how I saw an image. So I moved to the right to help give it a little bit more isolation from the kind of the mountains or the rock formations in the background, help give it more separation. If you see I go left, you can kind of see that spot to the left of the rock. That just, I wanted to fill that up. That just doesn't, it's distracting to the eye. So just move over a little bit, boom, there you go. But basically, this is what, this is the angle that I was after. And again, I did do some panos to get a little bit of a bigger image and to show more of the landscape. So that's how I'm shooting this.
All right, I woke up at 4 this morning. I'm running on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I was editing or looking at some of the photos that I took yesterday just to make sure that I'm kind of in the mental space and I was getting what I wanted. It's 5 o'clock now and I need to go hike to go check out the goblins for sunrise. Oh, I need some coffee. I'm way too tired. This is the life of a landscape photographer. You're just always sleep deprived. At least I'm not hangry yet. But I do need some coffee. So sunrise wasn't quite epic like I was hoping it would be. There is not a cloud in the sky, so that's that. I'm gonna spend the day hiking around, trying to see other compositions and other goblins that I might want to photograph. I'm also gonna be taking a nap, because that needs to happen. So I want to be prepared for sunset. I want to know what I'm going to shoot, and I need to figure that out today. It's so peaceful out here. Except there's a drone flying overhead, which is super loud, but I'm having a wonderful time. Not sure if you can see in the background, but I see a big old massive rain cloud. Luckily, the SL2 is weather sealed, and it's a good thing it is, because I've been caught in the rain before with it and it's done wonderful. I mean, torrential downpour in Bryce Canyon and it was just strapped to my chest out in the open. It took a bath. I've also taken it basically into a waterfall when I was in Vancouver Island with Gavin Hardcastle from Fototrippers. So I know the weather sealing works for water, and I'm really hoping it works for dust. Like a klutz, I went to take the camera off the tripod, and when I pulled the lever, I was having a tough time with it, and it finally came undone, and the camera was about chest height. This drone is so loud. Finally went, and I chucked the camera about 5 feet into the sand. Whoops. This one that you see right behind me is what I've decided to photograph for sunset tonight. Because my shadow was casting on the rocks during sunset, I thought it would be a little bit better to take this photo after sunset, because you do get the light that's reflecting off of the rocks back onto my main subject here. It is going to be a late night, I think, for me, because apparently there's going to be this crazy like meteor shower that might happen, and this is one of the darkest places in America. It is a dark sky area, so I will be staying awake so that I can see that. Once I see that, I'm going to go straight to bed because I have to wake up for a sunrise photo, and I know where I'm gonna go. It's not a picture of a goblin, but I really like the leading lines and the rock formation and the background of the rocks, and I'll show you that too, if I can remember to do a sunrise video. Well, I might have forgotten to take video that morning, but I didn't forget to take the shot. Now that you've seen a couple photographs that I've taken, let me know which one's your favorite down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.